and welcome back to my bed, which isn't ever a phrase I thought I would say, but you know, it's happening. So, as we can see, I'm in my Asda bed sheets. They are covered in avocados. I've got my avocado pillows behind me, and I just really wanted to do a video where I sit down and I talk about something that I feel like no one talks about on YouTube, or if they do, it's very few people. And I don't really get why it's such a taboo subject. I feel like it shouldn't be, and it'll make YouTubers seem a lot more normal. So I'm going to talk all about how YouTubers make their dollar, including me. I do YouTube full time. It is my full-time job, and yeah, that's the tea. Anyway, I have written, like, as you can see, like 3 things down on this notepad, just because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything. I'm clapping like a seal. Anyway, I'm going to try and be serious. I don't do that often, but I mean, no way am I going to be completely serious, because that's just not me. But anyway, yes. So the reason I want to do this video is because so many people want to get into YouTube, or they don't necessarily understand everything to do with YouTube or how YouTubers make money. Like, I'll still go on calls with people now and they'll literally be like, oh, you actually do that as like a job, or like that's actually like your work and you actually make money out of it. Or you'll get the complete other end, where obviously we had all the drama in the US beauty community where people are throwing around figures, and I mean definitely those sort of figures don't apply to me, but not quite at the Jaclyn Hill makeup geek level, you know. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to start off with the most obvious way that YouTubers make money, and that is AdSense. So AdSense is money made by you guys watching ads. So I'm going to put in an ad here. You probably skipped it, that's fine. But I just wanted to show you guys what AdSense means, because it's literally the amount of time that you guys watch that ad. YouTube would get paid, and then YouTube would pay me. So advertisers will pay YouTube to do ads before YouTube videos, in between YouTube videos. At the bottom, there's normally like sometimes there's a little bar. I don't know how to control that one. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. And that is how most people know YouTubers to make money. They will make a commission out of you guys seeing those ads, and also it very much depends on how long you watch the ad for. The longer you watch the ad for, the more money people like me would make. So you know, we get those ads where it comes up and they're 30 seconds and you can't skip them. So that's a setting. So you could say, no, I don't want people being able to skip the ads. I want it to be able to be viewed for 30 seconds, which is fine. It's 30 seconds of your time, that's fine. Or you can have the other ones, which you are skippable, but they could be, say, 5-minute ads, 10-minute ads, 3 minutes ads, 30 seconds ads. You never know. We don't know what ads are going to be on our videos. They could be random. They could be stuff that the person that is watching your videos have been Googling recently, or they could be relevant to the sort of thing that you're talking about. We honestly have no clue. One thing I would say, that's something that I do, that I don't know if many people do this, but if I know the person and I really like the person, or if they're just one of my favourite YouTubers, I will actually watch their ads. Not because I actually want to watch their ads, but just because that's them making them more money. I know this sounds really silly, but like an example of that would be Shane Dawson. I never skip Shane Dawson's ads because he's so lovely, and I'm like, I want you to make as much money as possible. So the longer you watch it, the more money that the content creator, let's say, makes out of the advert. So yes, it's exactly the same as TV adverts, in the fact that it's in between the breaks and people will pay for like a slot. But it's just not really paying for a slot, you're just paying to be pushed on YouTube. And yeah, you can also you can put them at the end of videos. You can put them like every 3 seconds throughout a video. Sometimes mine like automatically clicks and I'll accidentally have loads of ads, and I don't mean to. Like, I would never want to pee people off. how I think of it is I'll put one before the video because that's just normal, that's what people are used to. Because although you guys might be like, well, why don't you have no ads? At the end of the day, this is my job, like this is what I do full time, and that is a way to make money. So yeah, if people are uploading, I think a lot of younger YouTubers that don't do, say, sponsored videos, a lot of their money will be from AdSense. I'd love to be able to give you guys like a figure of how much money you make from AdSense, but I genuinely don't know. And I know that sounds like I'm really dumb and I don't know how much money I make from AdSense, but it all depends on obviously how long someone's watching the ad, what type of ad it is, and also how many views they get. So I don't know if there's some mathematical equation if like you make, say, I don't know how many P a view, but then that person could have skipped ads, but the other person couldn't have skipped the ads. I genuinely don't know the mathematics behind it. If someone actually does know the mathematics behind it, then please let me know. Because obviously I've never had a video that's had like 1 million views, so I don't even know how much those sort of people make in AdSense. I genuinely do not know. You only know your own AdSense, because I think it's so difficult to measure it because it's such a random equation, really. That kind of leads me on to the second most obvious way that YouTubers make money, and that is through sponsored content. So I know a lot of people are not a fan of sponsored content. I personally don't see a problem with it, because I would never do something that I don't agree with or wouldn't do if I wasn't getting paid to say so, or show it, or blah 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 blah. Like, I wouldn't just one day stumble across some random thing and be like, oh yes, I'm going to rave about this, when I do not even believe in it, because that would just not be worth it. And I don't think there would really be many YouTubers out there that would do that, because it's not worth it. If I came along even and did a YouTube video all about blah 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 blah, and you guys knew that I wouldn't use that, it's not something I believe in, that would just be stupid, because then you, or say me, would just look like a fake, and I'd look like I'm just doing YouTube for money, and that is 1,000,000% not the reason that I started YouTube or I do YouTube. Obviously I do it because I love it, but then at the end of the day, it is my full-time job. I need to make money off of it to be able to continue to do it, and I think that's part of the issue. A lot of people just think that YouTubers are like these, I feel like I'm saying the word YouTuber so many times in this video, but YouTubers are like money hungry people that are just doing everything for money, and it's like, no, but people have got to remember this is our job. So however much it is amazing to be able to create videos, everything like that, at the end of the day, there is a purpose, not only to bring you guys exciting content and to share things with you guys, but also to pay bills, just like any other job. But yeah, back to sponsored videos. So I myself have absolutely no problem with sponsored videos. I am very transparent whenever I do sponsored content, and yeah, I would never lie to you guys. What's the point in that? I would just look like a horrible person. I would never want people to think like, OMG, Misha's getting paid to say that, because that's not the person I am. That's never the person I'd want to be, and it would not be worth reputizing? No. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Reputizing. Ruining your reputation? Is that the word? Maybe. I've got an itchy nose. It would not be worth ruining your reputation just for however much money. It wouldn't be. So that could be in the shape of an Instagram ad, it could be a picture on Instagram, a video, an Instagram story, but obviously going back to YouTube, because that is what we're mostly talking about here, that could be a product mentioned within a video, it could be the whole entire video, it could be half the video, it could be, I don't even know, like there's so many options. Typically for me, it is either a whole video, or say someone's got something they'd like me to mention and I was like, oh wait, I already planned on doing that sort of video, so I am gonna pop that in. See how it works? I would never be like, oh okay, yes, so I'm gonna have to completely create a fake video all around this one product. Like, it's not realistic, and it would be very clear to anyone watching that it's not being done for the right reasons. Again, price wise, I don't know, like how big is the earth? Someone probably does know that, but anyway, It again depends on how many subscribers you have, how many views you get. Theoretically, the more subscribers you have, the more you would get paid for something like a sponsorship, but also people are taking more and more into account the views that you get on a video, because you'll find some YouTubers that have, say, 1 million followers, but they'll get the same views as me, and then you'll have someone who has my amount of followers but gets the same views as the person with 1 million, or you'll get someone with 1 million who will get 10 times the amount of views than me. Like, it's all very different, and I think as time goes on, brands are going to focus more on the amount of views that people get rather than the amount of subscribers, because you could have 20, 100, billion, 1,000 subscribers, but if 2 people watched your video, the brand would not benefit that much from your ad because it's not being showed to a wider audience. At the end of the day, a brand wants to work with you because they want you to introduce their company or their product to your viewers in hopes that they would either like buy it or sign up to it. Or at the end of the day, I do think a lot of brands now realize that you don't just do a YouTube advert or sponsorship video and then expect loads of sales to come through. And I wouldn't want you guys to ever think that if I did a haul or I was talking about some product that you have to go out and buy it, because that's not at all what it's about. And I think that's what people are really realizing. It's also about brand awareness. So a company could come to me and do a haul, but they're not a very known brand, and they're not necessarily doing it for the sales, they're doing it to get their name out there, and obviously in turn they hope that it will end up with more sales. But people are realizing that it's a bit of a slower process. You don't just randomly one day watch a video from a random clothing boutique that you've never heard of and go, I'm gonna order their entire website. You wouldn't do that. You'd watch other people's videos that are doing the same things and blah, 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 blah. And over time, people build like a hype around a company, a brand, an item, and then people do invest their money because they've now heard opinions from everyone, and they now can make a judged decision on whether they want to pick an item or not. So yes, that kind of leads me on to my third way in which I personally make money. There are other ones that I don't do that I will get onto, but the third is affiliate links. So down in the description, you will typically have affiliate links, which I mark with an asterisk, is that the name for it? Which shows you guys that these are affiliate links. An affiliate link is pretty much as it sounds, a link that I have an affiliation with. So it's a personalized link to me, and if you guys were to click on that link and purchase said product, I would earn a commission off of that. It does not cost the buyer anything, it doesn't cost me anything, all it costs is time because creating the links. So there are different platforms like Shop Style, like reward style, loads of different ones where I could say go on to a clothing site, I could grab the link for that, and then I could either put it in the description of my YouTube video or on my Instagram stories, and then when you guys shop it, I earn a percentage. It's kind of like a finder's fee. So say I found the item and I'm going to share it with you guys, then I get a little bit of the money back. A bit like if you recommended a friend to, say, like a nail salon, and then they give you like a £5 voucher back to the person that did the recommendation. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that. And again, I always mark whether I'm doing affiliate links, but I would never not. Just put that out there. Sometimes you'll also get discount codes that do have an affiliation. So things like James Charles, when he goes, code James is 10% off at Morphe, he will earn money off of that affiliate code. Most of the time they are simply just a code for the person who has sponsored you to do the video to track how much sales you make, how many people are going to use the code, if it's worth it, if they want to work with you again, blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, for me, I always think that I want someone to do a video with me and work with me and want to work with me again, and I want to work with them again, because it is all about building partnerships and building brands and working together and realizing what's for you and what's not for you. And when you find a brand that you really click with, like working continuously with them, because not only are you then benefiting from learning even more about this brand, but then your audience are, and blah 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 blah. I could literally talk for about 1,000 years. I'm sorry if you find this really boring, but I do find this business side of things quite fascinating. But yes, so you can make a commission off someone using your discount code, and that's kind of like an affiliate link. And you can pretty much nowadays affiliate link anything. Like you could affiliate clothes, cameras, makeup, I do not even know, anything you can set your heart on. Then my final thing that pops into mind of the way that other YouTubers make money is merchandise. Now obviously this isn't something that I do at this time, and it is something that I look into and I'd like to do at some point in the future, but maybe with a little bit of a spin on it. I'm not really sure. Stay tuned. I haven't actually got anything in the pipeline. It's just little ideas throwing around in my mind. So merchandise is something that a YouTuber will obviously sell from their website or a merchandise website, and depending on how they do it, they will either take pretty much 100% because they have, say, printed the t-shirt themselves, packaged it themselves, posted it themselves, but that's highly unlikely. Obviously there is the cost of the printing, of the t-shirt even, but a lot of people will go to merchandise companies who will print it for you, package it for you, put it on their website for you. They will do everything, and then they will take a cut of the money that you would earn. So say you'd get offered to make 50% of the money from each merchandise sale will go to you, and 50% will go to the people who are organising all of it. I don't actually know the proper statistics. I'm probably just putting a really random figure saying 50, but you guys get the idea. So I think that is also how a lot of YouTubers will make their money, because obviously you guys want to sometimes buy their merchandise. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to throw in another element, which is management. Now this isn't really to do with how YouTubers make money, but it's kind of a little bit more about like the technical behind the scenes of YouTube. How many times do you want to say that word in this video, Misha? And as we can see, I'm very much like an honest person. Like I don't see that there should be any like wall between if you have a question, like ask it. Like I would never find anything rude that is asked. I'm just like, you do you. Like people don't really know a lot about YouTube, so I think just like breaking down the barriers between like what people think is like make believe and what people think is real is really good. I feel like I almost want to do a video where I like ask for assumptions about YouTube, so like people can let me know what they think is like a rumor that they've heard about YouTube, which probably isn't true. But anyway, another side of it is management. Now you guys probably heard me say, or you may know, that I do not have a management. I don't have an agent. I don't have any of that. So I do everything myself. I answer my emails myself. I do all my bills myself. I send out invoices myself. I film everything myself. I edit everything myself. I do my Instagram myself, like literally every single bit. Obviously Mama Grimes helps me a bit. What would I do without her? But that's my own personal decision. I love doing the business side of things as well. Although I am a creative and I love creating content, I also like to have my feet firmly planted on the ground and keep an eye on what the business side of YouTube is doing emails, everything like that. But there are a lot of managements out there. There are talent agencies, and there's lots of different like ways that these people can work. You could have a management who look after just your ads, or you could have a management that looks after your ads and your AdSense. So if they were to just look after your ads, that would be the sponsored content that you do, and then they would take a commission of that content because they would go and get you the job. They would deal with all your emails. So say a brand emailed you saying, I want to work with you, they would do all the arranging, and they just say to you, okay, this brand want you to do this and you've got this long to do it. It would be that simple. Or maybe they would go out and search for work for you, they would contact brands, and then that's why they are going to typically get 20% of that fee that has been arranged. And then a management that also looks after your AdSense would also take a cut of your AdSense money, which is the first thing that I was talking about, where you make the money out of the ads that come on before your YouTube. So they could just be looking after your sponsored content, where they just take a cut, or they could be looking after both of them, where they take a cut of both of them. It really depends how hands-on people want to be with their channel. I know so many people that say they had to have a management because they couldn't keep up with their emails, they don't like that side of things, like that's just not them, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm not saying that's not a good thing. Maybe one day I would need someone like that if I did get to the point where I couldn't do it all myself, but I like to think that I would get the fam involved. Don't know if my mum realises this. But another thing that is kind of like working on an ad hoc basis, and I feel like that's just a fancy word of saying occasional basis, there are PR agencies. So you'll see these everywhere. They have PR agencies for everything. But a brand will go to a PR agency, and a PR agency won't have anyone per se on their books like a management would, a bit like a modelling agency, but they would find people on the internet, they would have links with lots of different YouTubers, lots of different Instagrammers, and they would put forward the job to all those people, but that would literally just be like a one-time occasion. They wouldn't always pick the same person, they wouldn't always get that person a job, it would literally just be an ad hoc basis, and then they will also take a commission of the money that the brand is offering to the influencer to create the content. So yes, I hope that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that covers everything. Please let me know if I've forgotten anything down below, and I hope this has been interesting and also made sense. I don't really know if people want to see content like this, but let me know if we do want to see some more stripped back, like, business side of YouTube. I know so many people have so many questions. My one piece of advice, if someone wants to start a YouTube channel, is do not do it for the sake of making money. Do not go into YouTube thinking this is going to be my full-time career, because I just think that doesn't show very well on YouTube and it doesn't make you authentic. I never went into YouTube thinking this is going to be my full-time career. Like, I laughed at mum when she mentioned it being my job many years ago. No, like a year ago. I genuinely laughed in her face because it just never seemed possible. I never even considered it to be something that I would make money off. This is just something that it's become over time, and I'm so grateful that it has, but I would never want people to go in with the intention of that happening, because you never know. Like, it may not work out, and if you're just going into something just to make money, that's gonna be very clear to your viewers, and it's gonna be very hard to build an audience because no one's gonna trust you. So yeah, I'm very careful with the work that I do take on. I want to 100% love something and fully investigate it before I do so, and I hope you guys believe me when I say that, because I do mean it from the bottom of my heart. I would never want to endorse a product to you guys that I wouldn't actually go out and spend my own money on. So yes, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Oh, and also actually something that I want to say about sponsored videos is I think sponsored videos are an achievement, and I know some people will really think that's silly to say, but in my eyes, for me, if a brand or a company that I have loved for years and years contacts me and wants to do a video together, I am literally dancing around the house having a little breakdown with joy, because I am so happy that I have got to the level where brands that I love want to actually work with me. Like, that's such a huge big deal to me, and I feel like we need to become a society that actually celebrates people doing well and getting sponsored videos, because it doesn't mean they're selling their soul to the devil. It literally just means that they are really happy to be working with a certain brand. Like literally, I sometimes just have to be like, pinch me, like I can't believe this is my life. And I'm so, so grateful. And thank you to every one of you that subscribe to me and to watch my videos, because I mean, none of this would be possible without you, really. So anyway, I'm gonna zip my lip. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this little sit down avocado chat with me. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and yeah. Make sure to do a like and subscribe. Let me know down below maybe any myths that you've heard about YouTubers, or any other questions that you have, or just anything at all. Feel free. Anyway, toodle pip, love you guys lots. Bye bye.